Hello. Welcome back to my channel. It's Aaliyah. You can call me Bia. I'm clearly outside, a little change of scenery. If you can't tell, it's a little gloomy out today, but I decided just to hang out with the dog outside because it's still summer and I'm gonna bask in what's left of summer. But today, I don't know, I kind of wanted to just talk and catch up. It's been years since I've been any type of consistent on YouTube. This damn dog. And consistent on YouTube is something that I want to be. So that's something that I am working toward and I strive toward. So yeah, I don't really have video ideas in mind. I mean, that's not true. I guess there are types of videos that I know I want to make. I just haven't got around to being the producer of my own videos and really trusting that I can be a good video maker, because I really enjoy making videos. I really enjoy editing videos, I guess. And you can call me childish for this, but there's just one time that someone basically told me that I was bad at editing, and that really got in my head for a really long time. I'm over it now, but it really stuck with me and made me question, am I not good at this? And then I realized maybe you don't like my editing style, and maybe you don't recognize that I'm still learning, and you're judging me for being in the learning stage. So that's something that I had to come to terms with. Oh, there's a bee! My dog is so confused! Astro, help. Anyway, yeah. So, I let that get in my head, which I recognize isn't a good trait to have and isn't something that I carry with me anymore. Is someone makes one comment and that shuts me down. I don't do that anymore. I'm not gonna tolerate other people's BS and insecurities. I'm not gonna, I can tolerate that other people have insecurities, but I'm not going to absorb them and internalize them. Is it raining? Maybe. I can hear that other people are insecure. I can, but that's not my problem. Don't make it my problem. I don't make my insecurities other people's problem. You know what I mean? But anyway, I have really gotten into watching YouTube lately and just appreciating people's creative styles and the way that they make videos with themselves and for themselves, and how they really make YouTube a part of their life. I guess I just really enjoy the idea of being able to create videos and edit videos and document my life. That's just something that really, I find joy in that. So that's something that I'm trying to get into. Instead of rushing to perfection, I'm learning to take what I have and use what I have to make the content that I want, instead of waiting until the perfect opportunity arises. The perfect time is never going to arise. I'm never going to have everything that I need to be successful. I have to make success out of what I have. So that's what I'm doing, or trying to do. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I have a lot to say, but nothing to say at the same time. I guess this is a pretty big deal, and something that I'm really proud of myself for. It's kind of hard to... It's not hard to admit that I'm proud of myself for it. I have been medicated for almost a year, and that has honestly changed my life for the better. And people may say, clearly, being medicated, obviously it's going to make you better, but that's not true for everyone, one. And two, it's not a guarantee the medication will work. I've been blessed with the perfect cocktail, and I I'm just feeling very lucky to be medicated and to have had effective medication for me. And when I say medicated, I mean for like my mental health, which that's a whole different subject. And like, I don't know if I would make a video about it. I've mentioned it on TikTok, but I don't know, maybe I'll talk about my mental health story. I feel like there's a lot to say, but I don't know if I guess people would find it interesting because everyone's nosy, just a little bit nosy, which is fine, but yeah. Anyway, a year medicated, and my whole life has changed. Almost a year ago today, I had to go to the hospital because my mental health hit the fucking fan. Shit hit the fan. And I was hospitalized for 10 days. And yeah, I learned a lot there. I learned a lot about myself. My God. I did a lot of recovering. It wasn't really the hospital that helped. It was more so being isolated from everything. There was nothing in the hospital that I did or that we did in like a group or anything that was like helpful, honestly. It was more so just like being away from everything and having that break. Not to glorify the mental hospital, that is not the place to be, but it did help a lot because I was also medicated there, and being able to like feel the difference was very liberating for me. Yeah. It's nice to be in a better place than I was. It's nice to be able to live my life and actually live and feel joy in life and enjoy things again. I have started going on walks for my own pleasure. Obviously, I have a dog. Where is he? I have a dog who I need to walk, and that's been extraordinarily helpful. Getting a pet, I don't recommend just doing it. I kind of did it on a whim. Don't recommend that. But getting a pet and having a responsibility and having something to get you outside is really, really helpful. That's encouraged me to go on walks. It started with me just walking him down the street because he had to go on a walk, to me being like, well, let me just walk a little further. Let me just throw in a podcast, game changing, and let me just go for a stroll. And then that turned into, let me throw in a podcast while writing affirmations and writing words of gratitude on my walk. So my whole walk has just become this like big productive thing to where like I can walk from like 30 to 60 minutes willingly, literally in Crocs. Like I'm not going on this big like not excruciating, what's the word? Exerting. No. Not excruciating. Like I'm not exerting a lot of energy on these walks. Like honestly, it's just to clear my head, to get some thoughts out. I've taken podcast notes on my walk. I've gone on Pinterest on my walk. I've done a lot. I've put my phone down and really just looked around. I take pictures on my walk. I just do whatever on these walks that feels productive to me in that morning. And that's just like how I like to start my day. I really enjoy doing it. If you're a stoner, I don't like that word. If you're one who partakes in Mary Jane, starting your morning when you have nothing to do, so like a Saturday, starting your morning, puffing that puff, and then taking that walk with a podcast, even if you don't have a dog. For me, I love doing it with my dog because it gets him the exercise and calms him down. But even if you don't have a dog, just going on that walk where you can just get out any thoughts that you have. Just bring your phone. Obviously, you can type while walking. You can't write while walking, but you can type. And just doing that has really, it's been a game changer for me, honestly. And I've only been doing that for a few days, like the whole affirmations part. Obviously I've been walking my dog for months, but like this whole like just strolling just because has been a pretty new thing for me, and I've been I'm loving it. Not to be corny or anything, but yeah, truly, it's been a game changer, and I honestly feel like it's going to be really good for my mental health in the long run, as I feel like it is now. I've been thinking, and I'm trying not to stress myself out, but I've been thinking about the winter and what my walks are going to look like then, because I hate being cold. I live in Boston, and I hate being cold. If you know anything about Boston and the weather, it's complete extremes. Like, it's either extremely hot in the summer or extremely scared the shit out of me. Anyway, my heart's literally racing. Or it's extremely cold in the winter. Usually it's on the colder side. It's actually fucking freezing in the winter, and I absolutely hate it. So yeah, he's gonna get me outside in the winter. I also have really bad seasonal depression, going back to the mental health thing, so him getting me outside should be really helpful, especially in the morning when the sun's out. Definitely gonna make an effort to get out really early. That's another thing. I was listening to a podcast. I'm really just yapping, which is fine. But I was listening to a podcast, and I think it was the Mel Robbins podcast. Where was I going with this? What did I just say? Oh, I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about, like, are these habits, like, for you? You know, like, going on the walk. Is it for you, or is it because someone told you, not someone told you to, but, like, an influencer you saw said that it was the good thing to do? You know what I mean? Instead of actually doing it for yourself, like, is it something that you want to be doing, or are you doing it because someone else is doing it? And that made me think, like, about starting my day, and I was like, okay, I start my day around 7 a.m. That's a decent time. It's early, but it's not too early. But I've been thinking, like, well, what if I started my day at 5 a.m. and I go to the gym in the morning? Not a bad idea. I've done it before. Then I'm like, am I being influenced by podcasts and, like, YouTubers and TikTokers who are filming, like, their 5 a.m. morning routine? Or do I genuinely feel like, oh, I could do that too and I'd be thriving? But then I'm like, are they actually waking up at 5 a.m. every day, or are they just making a 5 a.m. morning routine video? Some of them admit to just making a 5 a.m. morning routine video, and they're like, I want to try doing this. So, like, watching them try doing it, I want to see someone who consistently does that. Like, what time do you go to, do you accidentally stay up late and you're tired at 5 a.m., or are you only filming when, like, you know what I mean? Is it all set up? Because social media is not real. But that's why I want to do social media, because I want to be just, like, I want to record my life and share my experiences and just, oh, he destroyed his bowl. Okay. And just, like, be real and share my experiences with life, because I'm just a 23-year-old girl. I'm, like, 23 3/4. And I'm just figuring shit out. Barely. I'm supposed to be. Oh, it's getting hot. See? Extremes. It was just cold, so I wore a sweater outside, thinking I was going to wear a sweater and sweatpants. And I was freaking hot. I'm sweating. But I don't know. I guess being 23 it's been quite the experience. I don't even know how to describe being in your 20s. It's been a lot of ups, right? And some downs. Some really far downs. And I've dealt with some shit. You know, I've seen some shit. I've heard some shit. I've experienced some shit. Did I already say that? Some shit's just gone down in my 20s, and especially the last, like, year and a half. Oh my god, I need to stop doing that. Especially in the last year and a half, I feel like my life has changed a lot. My perspective has changed a lot. My perspective on life, my view on life, how I view life, my value, how I value life. All of that's changed significantly, which is a really good feeling. Yeah, not to be, like, dark, but to, like, want to live. and have that drive, and like not even drive, like just have that natural desire. Like nobody's telling me like, oh, you deserve to be here. Like I know, you know what I mean? And like it's been a while since I've known that, so it's nice to know that and like be able to remind myself, oh my god, and to be able to remind myself that I should stay, you know, like I don't need other people to remind me. Right now, in this phase of life, you know, there have been times and there could be times in the future where I do need that reminder, and it's always nice to have that reminder. And right now I have the power and strength to tell myself, like, you should stay. Cause shit's good right now, you know? Shit's always good. Shit's sweet. I have a lot going for me right now. I'm entering a new era of my life. I love the transition. I personally love the school year calendar. I love the start, like things being fresh in the fall. I don't know why. Like we're rolling into like, I was also listening to a podcast where like they were talking about the winter, and like you're rolling into a dormant season. So you get to just work on yourself, grind, be by yourself, be like cuddled up, whatever, in your own space. And then you get to pop out, you know, and show off everything that you did, everything that you worked toward in the spring and summer. So, yeah, I'm going to work hard this fall and winter to show up and show off for myself in the spring and summer. It is so stinking hot. I'm definitely going to start, well, I've already started, like, working on myself and working toward being the person that I want to be. I'm working toward my goals. That's why I'm doing YouTube. That is one of my biggest goals, is to really be consistent on YouTube and to make this more than just a hobby for me, but not to be corny. And I feel like because so many people want to do content creation right now, like it sounds so corny and like overdone, but I do want to be a content creator. I do want to be someone who not influences people to buy things or to do certain things, but inspires people, you know, like I'm going through a hard time and I'm not going to tell you to go buy these supplements because this video is sponsored, but I'm going to go tell you to buy these supplements because I've seen my mood improve or I've seen my energy improve. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to push the agenda. That's just not my plan or the person that I am. I just want to be authentic and like really be able to just share my story with anyone who will listen, honestly. So yeah, I feel like that was a lot. That was a long yap session. Oh my god, my dog's like being weird. But yeah, my nose is so itchy right now. Oh my god, I'm also sweating bullets. But yeah, that was a lot. I guess I just talked about my mental health and yeah, things that I'm doing to change my life for the better. So everything that I mentioned, I guess I'll document, you know, make a day in my life video. Those I really like to make. Maybe I'll make a week in my life. Maybe I'll make a habits video. Habits that I have that make me a better person. Maybe I'll do a yap and drive. I don't know. These are all ideas that I have. Let me know what you want to see from me, because those are videos that I all plan on making. All videos that I plan on making. Because those are all great ideas. So shout out to me. But anyway, I have nothing else to say. I'm sweating, like I've said 4 million times, and I need to get out of the sun. Hopefully my face is tanning. I also haven't figured out how people put the audio in the video with like out making it not line up. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But anyway, everything's a learning experience, so why not learn something new while we're at it, right? Also, I hope it doesn't look like I'm bald. I have a bun. Can you see my bun? Don't mind this hair. Can you see it? Yeah, it's a little ballerina bun. I think it's really cute. I braided my hair, but realized my braid was stiff, so I had to put it in a bun because I don't do stiff braids. No can do. But anyway, enough of my yapping. Thanks for joining me today, and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you like me just talking in like a podcast form, let me know. I have lots to talk about. Or give me ideas on what to talk about. Ask my opinion on things. Maybe I'll share. Maybe I won't, because you know what? I don't like when people disagree with my opinion. I get defensive, and it's bad. I'm working on it though. Anyway, I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye!